Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In my previous video, I showed you how to plot a basic LSV curve in Origin. If you haven't watched that yet, I highly recommend checking it out first. In today's video, we will move on one step forward and learn how to perform IR correction on LSV data. So let's get started. As you can see, I have already pasted my data into Origin. Here, column A represents the potential versus RG, where I have already applied the Nernst equation. Column B is sample 1 current, and column C is sample 2 current. Make sure that your potential column is set as X and your current columns are set as Y. Let's get started with the IR correction, but first we need to create a new column for IR correction. For IR correction, what we have to do that is select the current column of sample 1, that is column B. Copy it and paste it into a new column, that is column E. I intentionally left one column empty so we can't get confused in it. Now for IR correction we need the solution resistance, that is the RS value. This value is obtained from the EIS data of the same sample. Open your HER EIS, as this is my HER LSV data. So as you can see, the starting point is the high frequency region where it gives us solution resistance, and for that you have to zoom into the high frequency intercept so the points become clearly visible. Use the zoom tool and zoom that. Now you have to use the data reader tool and note the X values. For my sample 1, the solution resistance is, as you can see, that is 2.37 ohm. Now go back to your LSV worksheet. In column E, copied current, apply the formula, and the formula is that column E, because that is the E column, and you have to multiply the solution resistance, that is 2.37, and for 85% IR correction you have to multiply 0.85. If you want 100% IR correction, simply multiply by 1 instead of 0.85. After applying this formula, your IR drop values will be calculated. So simply enter and the formula is applied on that. Now we have to correct the potential. So in column F, write a formula in the Fx column. For that we have to subtract column E from column A. Enter column A minus column E, cause column A is the potential and column E is the IR corrected current. So this subtracts the IR drop from the original potential. Now column F represent your IR corrected potential. As you can see, column F values resembles column A values, that is the potential column. Next, we convert current into milliampere. So for that you have to select column B, that is the current column in which we have done IR correction, but in that we didn't done that. So copy the original current column again into column G, and to convert it into milliampere we have to apply the formula column G and multiply it with 1000. So the current is now converted into milliampere. You have to make sure to make the column F as X, cause that is the IR corrected potential, and column G as Y. Now to compare result, for that we have to select column A, that is raw potential, and column G, that is current in milliampere. Plot the LSV curve. Now draw a horizontal line at minus 10 milliampere to calculate overpotential at minus 10. Now we have to zoom that area for better result. After all the adjustments, select the screen reader and measure the overpotential. As you can see, the overpotential is approximately minus 0.442 volt, which is 442 millivolt. That is the potential before the IR correction. Now we will see the after IR correction potential. Again, go to the worksheet and select column F, that is IR corrected potential, and we have to write that IR corrected potential, and that is for the sample one. So select that and then select column G and plot LSV. Now again we will have to draw a line at minus 10. Now as you can see, the overpotential is dropped, that is 422 millivolt. Before that our overpotential at minus 10 was 442 millivolt, but after IR correction now that is 422 millivolt. This shows that after IR correction the potential has decreased, meaning we have successfully removed the effect of solution resistance. Now we will have to repeat the same process for the sample 2. For the sample 2, again we have to copy the current of sample 2 and again do the same. Go to the EIS plot and find the solution resistance for that. Now as we have to select the screen reader and select that sample. As you can see, the x-axis value is 2.22, means our solution resistance is 2.22 ohm. Again go to the worksheet and here we will have to apply the formula, and the formula is column I and multiply it with solution resistance, that is 2.22 ohm, and for 85% IR correction we have to multiply it with 0.85 and enter. Now we will have to subtract column I from column A. So write column A, that is the raw potential, and minus column I, that is the IR corrected current. Select that, enter, and here we will have our IR corrected potential. We will have to add a new column so that we can convert sample 2 current into milliampere. So again select the sample 2 current, paste it in column K and apply a formula, that is column K, multiply it with 1000. So the current values will get converted into milliampere. This is the important point, that you must have to make the IR corrected potential as X and the current as Y. Now repeat the same process. First we will have to check the overpotential before IR correction, and then we will check overpotential after IR correction. Before IR correction, our overpotential at -10 is 382 millivolt. Now we will have to check now for the after IR correction. Now after IR correction, our overpotential decreased to 364. You can clearly see the improvement after IR correction. Now as we have done IR correction, so you can plot both IR corrected curves together to compare the performance of your samples at -10 milliampere. This gives you a much more accurate comparison since the effect of solution resistance has been removed. The conclusion of this video is we learned how to extract solution resistance from EIS and how to apply IR correction in origin and how IR correction affects the overpotential. You can also plot the raw LSV data and you can see the comparison of both the samples at any current, and you will see the difference between the IR corrected and the non-IR corrected. And that's it, your IR correction is done. And if you have any queries, you can ask in the comment section. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and Allah Hafiz.